Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a bonus reading for the 7/7 Gateway opening that we have on July 7th, 2020. Now, this reading is particularly directed to my Starseeds, but really if you were drawn to this message or to this reading or to the title, then there's a message in here for you. So let's go ahead and jump into this reading. We're going to invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, and our spirit guides to deliver the messages that we need to hear for the 7/7 portal reading. All right, messages for the 7/7 portal. As always, I have the decks that I'm using linked below in order of appearance, so go ahead and check those out if you're interested. Okay, King of Cups energy, Libra energy in reverse, Justice, okay. All right, overall energy is the Wheel of Fortune. So this portal, this 7/7 portal, wants you to know that things are changing. Things are looking up as long as we walk the path of light. So this is for my starseeds, for my light workers, for my healers. The work that you have been doing is for the betterment, not only for yourselves, for your families, for your relationships, but also for the collective. And that work is not going unnoticed, okay? That this is bringing about a time of change and positive outcomes. I really love the fact that the Wheel of Fortune is there for you. Absolutely love it. Now, you guys are coming out as the King of Cups, which I love because this is that empath energy. This is that psychic. This is you really being in touch with your emotions, the good and the bad. I'm also getting, you know, this eclipse and the activations to our crown chakra that we received and the purging has all been a really integral part of this process of taking you through this journey to becoming the masters of your psychic abilities, mastering your healing powers, and mastering walking in the path of light. The King of Cups is somebody who takes his healing, his psychic abilities, his emotions, his relationships, everything that he does, he puts heart and soul into it. This is somebody who's very intuitive and somebody who's very nurturing relationships, nurturing his career, nurturing his family, those that depend on him, and also nurturing himself. Although he has sort of stoicism about him, once you crack that inner shell, that outer shell of this king, you can see and get in touch with all of this loony, sweet, tender insides that he has. All right. And so this energy, I love it. It's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy in particular, but really it's perfect for the message for today for the 7/7 portal. It's that your intuitive side. It's you guys becoming the master. Now, what's in your surroundings? Some of you guys are in unfair situations. Some of you, this might reflect world events, the current climate, whether that's political or the health, you know, public health. There are things that are out of balance for you. This could be in current relationships. This could be in, you know, in your work or in your career. You could feel like you've been putting in a lot of time and a lot of effort and you're not seeing the results, but Spirit wants to remind you that everything will be righted. Now, for those of you who work with Akashic Records, there's a message coming through that you have access to the past, the present, the future, everything in the Akashic library at any time that you want, but you have to tune into that frequency. Okay, and a lot of you, especially with this eclipse season and this culmination of eclipse season happening, you know, over the weekend, this is what's been going on for you, and you're coming into that knowledge. It's also about karmic justice here. So whatever is unfair, whatever has been out of balance in your life is going to be corrected. It's going to be rectified. All right, interesting energy. There's also this information here that, you know, some of us were dealing with karmic relationships And, you know, some of us are working with twin flames and soulmate energy. When we are born, which we chose to reincarnate here, there are certain contracts that have to be fulfilled. Once we're born, we're on this wheel of destiny. We have free will, but there are certain fated stops and contracts that need to be fulfilled. So that's really important information for some of you, especially if you're dealing with a situation or relationship or a job or whatever that you feel like is unfair. There's a lesson to be learned here, okay? And Spirit really wants you to know that. Now, what's blocking you is we have the Hermit energy. For some of us, I'm getting that, I heard this as soon as this card popped out, was that the student is now becoming the teacher, that there's a need for you to believe what's happening in your life. There's a need for you to believe in your self-worth. There's a need to believe that you have learned and you have conquered and you have gotten to this point through hard work, but it's also destiny. And so the Hermit card is a teacher. It's the need for you to step into that power. That's for some of you. For others of you, there's a need for you to take this time during Mercury retrograde to really pull back. Some of you, not some of you, most of you, especially my starseeds out there listening, are empaths, your light workers, your earth angels, and you need to be more discerning about where your energy is going. So taking this time, especially Mercury retrograde, to build that wall of protection, that bubble of protection. Okay, if you need to ask for assistance from members of your soul tribe, to, you know, contact healers or other light workers to help you either cut some cords. Most of you are capable of doing it on your own, but if you feel like you can't, or you've been trying, or you've been unnecessarily exhausted or emotional or triggered, and you can pick up that they might not even be your experiences or your feelings, that this is a real need for you to pull back, that it's not going to affect you negatively or people that you're energetically attached to take this time for yourself to process all of this purging and all of these upgrades. At the foundation of this situation is the Page of Wands. This is a brand new beginning. This is a cathartic ending to eclipse season. 7/7 portal is bringing you that hope, that love, that light, telling you you're doing the right thing. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Just keep walking that path of light. All right. In the recent past, we have the Five of Cups. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. This is a sense of of grief. Greece might be important to some of you, but it might actually just be Mercury retrograde. You know, I can't be serious during a whole reading, right? It just wouldn't be normal. So the Five of Cups is about grief. It's about emotional loss. Okay, some of you might be mourning someone, or mourning the old ways, or mourning, the loss of a career. But for some of you, it's specifically a person who is ill or who's passed on. For others of you, it could be a breakup. Again, you feel like you're in a situation that's not fair. Whether it's a karmic relationship, maybe somebody did you dirty, maybe you lost someone. But Spirit's saying, don't worry, this was a fated stop on the journey. There's a lesson here to be learned. I just keep hearing that over and over again. What's coming in above the Knight of Wands, I absolutely love it because we have the Page and the Knight. So this is all of this pressure. This is that Mars energy that we're moving in. This is that 7/7 portal opening up to show you that you're on the right path. You have what it takes. You have the courage. There's this spark within you that you've always known, that you're now recognizing, that's carrying you through, that's going to allow you to see these new visions and to do the healing that's necessary at this time to carry you forward, that the world needs you. The collective needs you and needs the work that you're doing, but it's also going to be really important that you keep the faith. Okay, that you understand that there is a positive shift, but we do have to go through some difficult periods as well. And this may be one of them, or we may have been going through these difficult times until we get to the 7/7 portal. Okay, and now we're opening up. We're opening up to the fact that we're all one, that there's this unity consciousness, that we're divine beings having an earthly experience, having a human experience. And sometimes that human experience is tricky, it's sticky, it's not always easy. We get the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. More specifically, it's the moon in Taurus. So you know moon energy is, again, this full moon that we just had in Capricorn, the eclipse season, the ending of it, this cathartic release, bringing about new beginnings, beautiful beginnings, healings on so many different levels, internally, within our relationships, within the community, the collective, within Gaia as well. But the Six of Pentacles is telling me, it's bringing me back to the Five of Pentacles when it's in reverse. The Five of Pentacles talks about, it's a spiritual journey, but it's not taking the easiest path. It's taking the necessary path. And some of these fated stops on this destined journey aren't going to be easy. They're not going to feel fair. You're going to need some grit. You're going to need the courage of the Knight and the Page of Wands, that passion, this belief in yourself, the courage, the faith that no matter what, you're going to be able to get the job done. You're going to be able to get where you need to go. Again, it's not always going to be easy. There's going to be things that are out of balance, but Spirit's reminding you that although things are out of balance now or have been in the past, all of these wrongs are going to be righted. But if you continue to walk in the path of light, and for my light workers, for my healers, for my starseeds, for my empaths, that means also taking good care of yourself, as good care of yourself as you take care of others. Okay? Very, very important there. Okay, because the King of Cups, he's nurturing and he's loving, but he can't do that and be that all the time if he's out of sync, or if he's allowing energies, negative energies. And again, as you guys are becoming more spiritually aware, as you guys are growing spiritually, there will be darker energies that are attracted to you, but they will only affect you if you allow them to. A meme that I just read was, negative, low vibe energies don't affect you if you're not at that level. And you guys, you're ascending. This 7-7 portal, the 7-7 gateway, this is all about your ascension. This is about your power and your strength as light workers, as starseeds, as healers, okay, as energy workers. And that, remember that, lower vibrations cannot affect you, although they might be attracted to you and you might feel like it's unfair, but they cannot affect you unless you give the power over to them. Okay, so again, a reminder just to raise your vibration. Do what it takes is necessary. Dance with it. So some of us need to change our energies. If you're feeling tired, if you're feeling sad, okay, if you're feeling exhausted, it's important that you sleep and that you rest, that you drink enough water. But some of you need to listen to music. Some of you need to dance, whether that's with someone, if you can safely, or if that's in your room or in your house, okay, but do what's necessary to change that frequency, all right? Because you have the power to decide what narrative you're walking in, which narratives you allow to define you. Okay, look at that. Patience, healing. That's my Temperance card, Sagittarius energy. This is that move into that Gemini-Sagittarius axis, this culmination of, the Capricorn, Cancer eclipse season is moving us into this Gemini-Sag axis. This is about being patient with yourself, being patient with others. This has been a really long process, but you're growing, you're getting there. So what started out as a seed that you planted and you nurtured right on top of that King of Cups, which is that nurturing energy, is growing and blossoming into this white flower, which is again that crown chakra opening up. Certain meditations and beliefs, the crown chakra is seen as that 1,000-petal lotus that's opening up on top of your head. And again, that's speaking to that crown chakra upgrade and all of the purges that we've been receiving during eclipse season. And now with the 7-7 portal open, you guys can receive the light codes that you were meant to. And that also, that's this power and the knowledge and the wisdom that you have, that you're walking the path of light and you're doing the right thing. Okay, you're on the right path. Awareness, look at that, the Magician. So you only have power if you believe in your magic. So I am not more powerful than you. You are not powerful than the next. What makes us powerful is this awareness. Again, look at that, the crown chakra wide open, receiving the light codes, receiving the information from the 7-7 portal. The information that you're receiving, again, is that you're doing the right thing, that you're powerful healers. You guys are mastering your destiny. You are doing the right thing, but it also requires that you pull back when necessary, that you recharge your batteries. All right, so a lot of crown chakra activation. You guys might be feeling certain symptoms. You might be getting headaches. It's going to be different for all of us. Be patient with yourself during this process. And again, if you need to pull back, please do so. All right, the Magician has all of the tools that he needs, so do you. And this is just confirmation of your power of manifestation and that you're on the path of ascension, spiritual up-leveling. Wisdom, look at that. Wow, this is a really beautiful reading, you guys. So Wisdom, this is the card of the Hierophant. Again, some of you guys are ready to become teachers. So everything that you guys have been through, all of your life experience, especially receiving these new light codes, the 7/7 portal opening up is giving you the wisdom to step into your rightful place as a high priestess or high priest. Your healing energies are out of this world. Your energy is perfect. Okay, so don't doubt that for a second. But again, if you need to take time out to process all of that, please do. Now, number 5, this is also my Hierophant card. So this is Taurus energy. We have the Mercury energy, so Virgo and Gemini, and then we have Sagittarius coming through. And these are all major arcanas. So this is spiritual big jobs, to quote Gemstone Tarot. I love that term. But remember, the Hierophant card is the card of contracts. And what was I talking to you about? We have free will on this journey, but there are certain contracts that need to be fulfilled. You have the power and the strength to get through it. Okay? No matter how difficult or how out of balance you might feel. And then you get emotional withdrawal. You get the 8 of Cups. Yeah, I'm really picking up on that. And some of you guys feeling exhausted. Some of you feeling, feeling like you just, like maybe physically exhausted. Feeling like you can't, you don't have what it takes. Or maybe you're even doubting the messages that you're receiving. But with this Knight of Wands and this Page of Wands energy, I'm really getting, but you need to trust your gut. Okay, you need to trust what's happening. All right, this is major, major energy. This has been very heavy. You guys are healing from this 5 of Cups, this emotional loss, whatever that might be. It might be just not believing in your powers and who you were. Some of you, especially when we have Neptune in retrograde, and Neptune energy is really asking us to like cut through smoke and mirrors and illusions, and we kind of lose faith. We might have even felt like we've been abandoned by the higher ups, by our spiritual team, by Source, by our angels, and Spirit saying that's not true. All right, but you do need to, and if you're feeling that way and you're feeling clouded and you're feeling low energy, then it is time to sort of do this emotional withdrawal, this 8 of Cups energy. Walk away from a certain situation, even if it's just for a time being, right? Because we have the Hermit card coming out, crossing us. Some of you need to go into isolation because, again, these upgrades and this purging is affecting you on all levels. So taking that time out to process is going to be really, really important. And that's okay. This is your permission to do so. All right, and then you get Power of Angels. May your angels protect you, guide you, and keep you safe. So a reminder that you are protected. Some of you might be feeling like as your strength and as your light has been growing, again, some of you might be feeling like you need psychic protection, or you might be feeling like you're attracting darker energies, and this is what's out of balance. So whether that's people, whether that's sort of parasitic energies, and again, Spirit saying that may be true, but the decision is yours, and you are protected and you are guided. So just remember that, okay? And then you get forgiveness. Forgiveness is the first step toward letting go of hurt and emotional pain. It heals only you. Look at that, another full moon energy coming out. So really testament to this eclipse season, to this last lunar eclipse, finishing up that Cancer Capricorn energy. We see this letting go of hurt and emotional pain. All right, so not being stuck in those narratives of disappointment, of hurt, to acknowledge them and then to move forward. Okay, and that's what this eclipse season was all about, acknowledging and moving forward. bringing about a new era, not bringing the baggage of the past, not forgetting it, not sweeping it under the rug, but not allowing it to define you or your journey. Okay, and you get the blue flame. Wow. So this 7/7 portal is very closely linked to Sirius energy, which is very closely linked to blue energy. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration, time. Whoa. All right, I'm going to have to read that to you because I feel like if I don't, I'll be doing you a disservice here. Blue flame, this is really powerful stuff, you guys. Blue flame is awakening and energetic upgrade. So it's the 7/7 portal. It's the culmination of eclipse season. All right. Perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening, receiving visions and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. In the West, little is known about the process of spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when we're going through it alone. Okay, it can also be painful. It can also be like, you know, you feel like you're getting sick. You might feel really isolated. You might feel like you're going nuts. Elsewhere, they can be seen as auspicious experiences with those going through them being treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. Okay, you guys, this is the 7/7 portal, okay? And this is spirit just affirming everything that I've just been saying to you. They appear in moments of extreme awakening, activating a physical kundalini awakening and deep cellular and DNA healing. And I didn't say this 2 seconds ago, but I was going to say this is for some of you going through this kundalini awakening. Many people glamorize the awakening process. However, in reality, it's much messier and more difficult than most of us believe. We must first let go of what we think we know for sure and how we make sense of the world. This isn't easy. The awakening process, even when it's spontaneous, takes a considerable amount of time to integrate. An awakening without integration can leave us feeling very ungrounded. If you're in the midst of awakening, the process never ends. Treat this time as deeply sacred and give yourself ample space to ground and integrate the extreme changes you're going through. Right? So does that not put the hermit energy in perspective? Give yourself the space to really process what's going on. And hermit energy, that's Virgo, that's earth energy, the importance of grounding. The quickest and easiest way to ground, you guys, I was going to say to grind, to ground is to get barefoot and out on the grass or on the earth or on the dirt. Just get that raw earth touching your feet. There are other meditations that you can do, and you can also use certain crystals like hematite and smoky quartz. Petrified wood as well. Activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. So really trust this journey, you guys. Trust this journey. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Sure looks like Stonehenge, doesn't it? Oof. All right, and I'm just going to pull one more. All right, and you get lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. You guys, that's what's happening. And for those of you who haven't been feeling yourselves, it's because you're lifting the veil. This is that purging and these upgrades to the crown chakra that eclipse season is bringing us. And it's right happening, and it happened right before the 7/7 portal, okay? So this is going through the awakening, having ascension symptoms, needing to take time out as you're getting these messages and this awareness. Now, activated earth, hold on one second. Activated earth is, you know, a lot of you guys who work with crystals or you're drawn to crystal work, okay, when we get these upgrades, when these portals are opening, and in August we'll have the Lionsgate portal as well, but we also get, you know, the ley lines, which is the crystal grid of the earth. That's how these light codes are activated here. So ley lines are invisible pathways on the land across which energy travels. They can be sensed when we tune into them with our subtle senses. Also known as spirit paths, they've been compared to the meridian system of the body used in Chinese medicine. And they link sacred sites, stone circles, burial mounds, and places of worship worldwide. In Australian Aboriginal culture, song lines were the paths traveled by the creator beings as they made the land and sea during the dreaming. These paths were recorded in the traditional songs and dances of the people, allowing them to access information about the land's history and to travel safely across great distances. Many believe that as we visit such sacred points on earth, something is activated within us. Some of you might, now travel isn't so easy, but some of you might have been called or really have a calling to visit like one of the 7 wonders of the world, or go somewhere that's, spiritual. Some of you might be interested in like Sedona in Arizona, but whatever place it might be. And there's a reason for it. Now, just a really quick, I have done a lot of traveling in my life, and it's really interesting because, I didn't know why I had gone to certain places. And after sort of the awakening process, I realized, oh, that's why. Oh, I've been there. Oh, I've been there. Oh, I've been there. And there's a reason for it. And each place I received an activation. Okay. And so, something is activated within us. Some also believe that by connecting with the land with devotion at these sacred places, something is activated within the planet too. Are you being called, exactly what I just said, are you being called to travel to a sacred place that your soul remembers, or to tend the land you live on, to honor and acknowledge the known and unknown keepers of nature spirits of that land? As you connect with the earth and honor its keepers, the land opens up more fully to hold you. The fruits provide you more nourishment, and the guardians watch over you. So especially right now, you guys, when we can't travel, it's the importance of that earthing, of that grounding, that hermit energy, again, tending your land. Some of you have this desire to garden. It might even be in the way of like, making sure you're eating organic and fresh fruits and vegetables, but just getting closer to Gaia. Okay, and that's important. And then the last message I think is quite self-explanatory: lifting the veil. This is testament to your enhanced psychic visions, your abilities, your dreams. But again, when you go through this ascension process, remember when I mentioned earlier in this reading, some of you might be feeling like you're going nuts. You're questioning everything. You're seeing things so differently. You're feeling differently. And you're also moving beyond anything that doesn't resonate with you. Relationships, you're leaving people and places behind, memories that need to stay in the past, because you're shifting timelines. And again, I love that because it really, really talks about this 5 of Cups energy, the narratives of the past, okay? Disempowering narratives of hurt, of pain, of relationships, people that did you dirty, whatever it might be, that needs to stay in the past, okay? Because anything unaligned has to go. You can no longer support it, okay? Wow. Wow, wow. All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and pull from my little Starseeds oracle for additional messages for the 7/7 portal. Ooh, this is powerful energy, you guys. It's got me feeling like really up in the galaxy, really up in the clouds. So you get Gaia. So there's that earth energy. And we see Gaia here. Okay, we see Gaia here. All right, so the first message is Gaia. Connect to the pulse of Mother Earth. She will guide you through this time of change. Yes, you guys. So there's this major, powerful change going on here. Also, some of you guys might want to check the Schumann's resonances. You can do that online and it's free. That might also really, it's measured by lightning. But you can also see, like, if you're having a particularly heavy day, or if you're having a headache, or you're just like, what's going on with the energy, you can go ahead and look and see what that pulse of Mother Earth is doing. And that will give you a little bit of, for me personally, it gives me a little bit of clarity. If I'm feeling really off, I'm like, oh, boom, I have a little app on my phone. I check Schumann's resonances. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, of course, that's why. All right, but it's also about being in touch. There are also certain frequencies. If you check on YouTube, you can play the, you know, the Gaia's heartbeat frequency, and that can also immediately balance and align you, just as much as earthing, okay, which for me is always the best, hands down. Earthing or grounding, getting your feet on fresh earth. The next card is this Courage. I love that because it's really talking to this Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands. They're my most courageous sort of court cards. Live your life fearlessly with courage, strength, and determination. Trust what's happening to you as well. That it wouldn't be happening to you if you weren't ready for it. And then Earth Guide, your sacred calling upon this planet is to simply love and be loved. Yeah, and that's your sacred mission here. This is a reminder that you love deeply and you are deeply loved. Okay, and that some of you guys, you know, and not some of you, a majority of you, especially if you identify as, you know, as starseeds, but my empaths, my psychics, my other readers, my light workers, my healers, this is your sacred destiny. This is your journey. You guys serve as earth guides. Again, we get that Hermit card. Some of you, the student is now ready to become the teacher. I think you've known that for a while. Some of you might be doubting it because of this sort of cloudy vision that you might be experiencing, this eclipse season, Neptune in retrograde, you know, this purging, these upgrades to the crown chakra. There's a lot going on, you guys, but really trust you are exactly where you're supposed to be, and everything is moving forward and everything's moving into a better place. All right, I'm going to leave it there for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. This is awesome energy, really awesome energy to those of you listening to this. So please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, I want to thank you for all your love and support, and I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.